so good to see you all here. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Temple Akiba. It is with such kavod, such honor that I welcome you all to our second service in our sanctuary, the second time we are all here together. My name is in the building. We've been here together for plenty of time during these past interesting times, but it is our second service here in this beautiful space. My name is Cantorial Intern Liz Baseman, and it is with much gratitude that I introduce our choir director, Mary Lou Basaraba, who will be joining me in this service, and with great gratitude to all of our Zoom whisperers and audio technicians who are working behind the scenes to get us going. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Today is Shabbat. And as we make the transition between the two, I wanted to share some of the things that I am grateful for. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory, I am lifted by your love, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory, I am lifted by your love, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live. One of the blessings, one of the things I am grateful for is our community, that we are all gathered together. Hine matov umanaim shevet achim gam yahad. How good it is and how sweet that we are all together in this place as brothers, sisters, siblings, friends, community. On page 10, Hine matov. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. It is my honor to invite Lars Horlo and Jessica Rodriguez to join me for the candle blessings. We turn back to page 2 as we welcome the light of Shabbat. Page 2.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who will behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קיצרנו במצוותיו וציוונו להנהיג נר שבת.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Ashikov, thank you so much. It is my honor to invite Herman Barnathan to lead us in the Kiddush as we turn to page 5 and rise together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu Zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit Ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh Zecher letziat Mitzrayim Ki vanu fochata Ve'otanu kidashta nim kol homim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch ata Adonai mekadesh Shabbat l'chaim.
Chaim. Thank you, Herman. Please be seated. As we take in moments of gratitude, the light of Shabbat, the sweetness of the wine, all of the blessings that we are given every day, we sing a new song unto God, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, for all of the wonderful things that come to us at all times. We turn to page 344. Shiru Ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru Ladonai shir chadash. Join me. Shiru Ladonai kol haaretz. Shir Chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru Ladonai shir chadash. Shiru Ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru Ladonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. We continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 26. Page 26. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן. As we move closer to the center of our service, we take a moment to think with gratitude of all of the things that brought us here, and to begin ready to pray as we rise in body or spirit for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, the moment that we say, I am ready to begin. Page 28. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, lai lai lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, lai lai lai. Please be seated. As we continue onward, I invite you to put your finger in your prayer book on page 34, where we're about to go, but we're going to take a slight detour to page 373 for a beautiful opening meditation that reminds us to open our eyes to the gratitude that is all around us. And I am grateful for my mask staying on with this headset mic and my glasses also. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be so. Page 373. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, Page 34, the watchword of our faith, the Shema. Please rise in body or spirit if it is your custom. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please be seated. As we turn to page 36, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam beshivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kiroshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. As we journey through stepping forward to begin our prayers, proclaiming the oneness of God around us, in being inspired by love, ve'ahavta, now we turn to the michamocha. We begin to think of freedom and the gratitude, the extreme gratitude that we must acknowledge and recognize with the words of this prayer. It is the most amazing, one of the most amazing acts in our Jewish history as a people, that we were taken from slavery into freedom. And these words were said at the shores of the sea as we turn to praise and thank God. Page 40. Yai lai 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 yai la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh peleh, nora tehilot oseh peleh. Malechutecha uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, ze Elianu ve'amru, ze Elianu ve'ameru, Adonai yiloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yiloch le'olam le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Slavery to freedom. Sleep to awake, to sleep to awake. The breathing, the breath in our lungs. All of these things, for all of these things, Tov lehodot ladonai, it is good to give thanks to God, to sing hymns to God, the Most High. This is not in our prayer books, but the words are Tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. So it is good to sing to Adonai, to praise God's name. Tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Let's repeat that one more time together. Tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Tov lehodot, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. On this the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, for I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. Tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Tov with all of the blessings, all of the praises, that it is so good to offer our voices in song and praise. We rise together for the Amidah, the Aliyah, the high point of our service, as we begin the blessing on page 46. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chastei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula livnei bneihem, Lema'an Shemo ve'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibur le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav lehoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'neheman atah l'chachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom, yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. We continue silently until page 100. As you finish your silent meditation, I invite you to be seated. By page 100, I meant page 62. And on page 62, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Yiratzon imrefi vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai. Tzuri vegoli. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer, my rock and my redeemer. Please be seated. When we think about Thanksgiving, when we think about gratitude, is Jewish practice the first thing that comes to mind? I don't know. For many of us, it may not be. For many of us, it may be. It's hard to tell. But our name as Jews, Yehudim, is actually defined by gratitude. It comes from the same word as the word for gratitude, thank you, hoda'ah. Todah, like todah rabbah, when you say thank you. Yehudi. Instead of the people of the book, we could be called the people of gratitude, or the people who say thank you. Daily gratitude practice is not just found in other religions. It is found there too, for sure, but it's also found here. We start out our day with modeh or moda'ani. Thank you for the new day. Elohai neshama, in the morning, my soul returning to me after a night's sleep. Thank you. In the height of the Civil War, on October 3rd in 1863, Abraham Lincoln gave the Thanksgiving Proclamation, stating that even though the nation was at war with itself, there's still blessings that both sides could express gratitude for. There are still things that we all have in common that we can be thankful for. The Hebrew term for gratitude, does anyone know? It's not hoda'ah, although that is one form of it, but the one I'm talking about in Musar practice is called hakarat hatov, which means literally recognizing the good. Practicing gratitude means recognizing the good that is already yours, what you already have. If you've lost your job, but you still have your family and your health, you have something to be grateful for. If you are struggling to move around, but you still have your sharp mind, you have something to be grateful for. If your family has moved away across the country, but you are surrounded by beautiful community, you and me still have something to be grateful for. Hakarat HaTov is not always our strong suit, myself in particular, but the Jewish people in general. In the desert, the Israelites complained about the lack of food and water. They didn't have thankfulness, they didn't have a thankfulness practice, a gratitude practice during difficult times. I mean, to be fair, it was pretty bleak out there. But Moses warned that it would be much more dangerous to lack gratitude during the good times. The worst thing that could happen, he said, would be forgetting where the Israelites came from, where we came from, how we had to go from slavery into freedom, and how it changed us. Just like how we've gone through this entire time without being in our beloved building, without sharing the community space that is this sanctuary. We've had to adapt, we've had to change, but it is such a blessing. I am so thankful to be here with all of you. We talked a little bit about Moses, but he's not the focus of our Torah portion this week. This week is about Jacob and Joseph and that whole family that struggled with communication. But I want to take a little sliver of that story because so much of what happened that day, that entire time, could have been fixed with a little bit of communication. However, when Leah, wife of the patriarch Jacob, had her fourth child, she named him, anyone know? Reuben, Simeon, Levi. Number 4? Judah. Yehudi. I am grateful. To reflect her gratitude to God for the gift of a child, it is that name that was passed down to us through the generations. So our Torah portion this week gives us that direct tie between Judaism and gratitude. As we move forward from Thanksgiving, I invite us all to practice hakarat hatov, recognizing the good that we already have, and to be grateful for everything around us, just like I am grateful for all of you here at Temple Akiba. Please take a moment to think about the things that you are grateful for as we rest in silent meditation. There is a translation on page 58 that I want to share with you all, just a little bit of it. The version you'll hear soon is different, but the words are the same. Modim anachnu lach, shatahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, leolam va'ed. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. On page 58. Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu, ve'imotenu leolam va'ed. Modim anachnu lach, tzur chayenu, magen yeshenu, atahu ledor vador. Modim anachnu lach, leolam va'ed. For the sun that rises in the east, for the seas that roar a prayer, for the stillness of a snowfall, for a breath of autumn air, for the grasp within my fingers, for a mind that makes me whole, for the voice that God has given me to speak the truth within my soul. Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, leolam va'ed. Ve'al 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 nisecha, shebechol yom imanu, shebechol yom imanu. Ve'al ve'al nifleotecha, betovotecha, erev v'boker besochorayim. Oh, the way they greet the day. With their endless stream of questions, they remind us how to play. And for the ones we call beloved, who take away our fear, they tell us without saying it, remember I am here, remember I am here. Modim אנחנו לך, modim אנחנו לך, modim אנחנו לך, לעולם ועד. צור חיינו, מגן ישנו, אתה הוא לדור ודור. מודים אנחנו לך, לעולם ועד. It is with all the thankfulness in my heart that I see all of you here. And because we are all here together as a community and we want to share important information with our community, I invite Herman Barnathan to tell us about the important announcements.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Herman Barnathan. I'm a board member, and it's my pleasure, my honor to be able to welcome you tonight and tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing in the next couple of days. There isn't too much because it's holiday season, but first of all, let me acknowledge Lars and Jessica for lighting our candles tonight. Thank you very, very much. And I guess I can thank myself. Thank you, Herman, for doing the kiddush. Well, somebody's got it, anyway. Hey, is there anybody here tonight for the first time? Okay, let's put it this way. Is there anybody here for the first time in the synagogue? That means you were all here last week. Okay, good. Good. Because
First time in the synagogue.
I'm sorry, Mary Lou. I was looking at the congregation. I'm sorry, Mary Lou.
Lars
I
and
apologize.
Jessica are here in the building for the first time.
Well, it won't be the last.
That's right.
It won't be the last. We're happy to be home, and this is really home. I mean, we survived COVID. We survived everything that COVID threw at us. At least most of us did anyway. Thank God I did. My family did. And now, at long last, we are a synagogue family again in the synagogue. Isn't that great? We have a couple of interesting things happening this week. There's no Torah study tomorrow, incidentally. Rabbi is taking a well-deserved weekend. Cantor is taking a well-deserved weekend. So we're all taking a well-deserved weekend this weekend. But there is a new adult education series, again, picking up. We had it before. It's with student Rabbi Rebecca Kaufman. It begins Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, November 30th at 12:30. And her subject is going to be Beyond the Five Books and What It Means to Be Holy. She's going to be looking at the books of Ruth, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Songs. You can register online, or if you can't do that, contact the office, and they'll be happy to tell you how to do it. I got a date for you to save. I know you don't have pencil and paper because it's Shabbos, but try to remember it in your mind. Sunday, December 12th from 3 to 6, we're going to have a Homebrew 101. Where is she? There she is. Thanks to Catherine, we're going to learn how to brew our own beer. But don't tell the feds that, will you please, because they'll charge you tax on it, okay? And finally, Chag Sameach. Why? Because Sunday night is the first Hanukkah candle. And speaking of Hanukkah, next Friday, a week from tonight, is our Hanukkah service. So don't forget to bring your own Hanukkah, your own candles, and your own matches. And we're all along here, we'll have Hanukkah in the synagogue. Chag Sameach to all. Have a wonderful and absolute great week. Shabbat Shalom to you all.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Herman. We've talked so much about gratitude and the joy of recognizing the good that is already ours. But I want to take a moment and acknowledge those for whom the good is not quite there, who are not feeling well, who are suffering from an illness or a sadness or a loneliness. And if there are names in the community, as my hand meets yours when we take a break between the two verses of Misha Berach for the instrumental repeat, I will pass my hand through and acknowledge all of the names of the people who we wish healing for. We begin to close our service with the Aleinu on page 282. And we invite you to rise in body or spirit as we join together with this prayer of praise, this gratitude. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol. beit gedula leotzer breshit shelo sanu ki goye haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam va'anachnu koraim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Page 287. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Please be seated. The gratitude that we feel, hakarat hatov that we search for, is not limited to what we experience now in this moment. It is not limited to what we are in the present. It is also includes the gratitude for those who have come before us, for those moments that left imprints on our hearts forever, for the people who brought us into the people who we are today. As we gather together to begin to say Kaddish, we remember those for whom we are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning. We remember Phil Margot. We remember Ray Bryant Tucker. We remember Irma Silverstein, who came to coffee with the clergy so frequently, and her presence is missed. We remember Efrain Gramajo, our custodian, whose love and care made this building sparkle. We remember those whose yahrzeits fall on this week in years past. We begin with those whose names are written in the Erfrig Memorial Room. We remember Yetta Abramson, James Barber, Mayor Bauer, Sarah Blinder, Clara Horowitz, Mildred Lachey, Isaac Meyerhoff, Bernard Newman, Ida Perloff, Rebecca Salas. Are there any who are observing Shloshim for the names I have not mentioned? Is there anyone here who has, if you are in the period of Shloshim and you wish to share the name, please do so in our chat or on the YouTube link at this time. We also remember, and if there are other names as we're still getting used to this new building and Zoom space. If there are names of those for whom you are remembering at this time, please also put their names into our chat. We remember Morris Antipol, Julian Ballapol, Gertrude Barnathan, Reuben Bergman, Edward Blum, Sophie Dubinsky, Carl Fine, Daniel Friedman, Jack Freeman, Morris E. Gardner, Israel Gold, Richard Goldstein, Alan Holtzman, Jack Kornberg, Florence Leibovitz, Celia Lamesider, Irving Maltzman, Ruben Marmalewski, Rose Myers, Ruth Miller, Ruben Paperny, Emma Perlman, Molly Polyp, Henry Rice, Bessie Rosenberg, Dorothy Ruth, Lore Smith. If there are other names in the community who are remembering someone today, we join together and rise as a community to say the blessing of Kaddish Yatom on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah ve'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal shmei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace down for us, and may we all remember with gratitude all of the blessings around us. We say together, Amen. Please be seated. Mourner's Kaddish is not about death. It's not about sadness. It's about praise, gratitude, exaltation. Especially the last sentence, what we just said, Oseh shalom bimromav. May the one who makes peace up high make peace for us and all Israel. We join together for our closing song in the last few words of this prayer. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. we have one more tradition at Temple Akiba every Friday night. And that is, as we join together to say the blessing of Hamotzi, we all reach out our hands towards the challah. As I open it, there we go. And we have these wonderful little challahs provided by our sisterhood, our oneg to go. Thank you, sisterhood. Thank you all so much for being here with us at Temple Akiba this Friday night. We are so grateful. We are so thankful. We join together in Motzi. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Shabbat shalom, everyone.